Hi, everybody. It's Becky Rokel from Southern California, where I live here with my husband and four of our granddaughters. And my speaking experience has been both voluntary and paid. My voluntary experience has been with NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. I have been an advocate and speaker, guest speaker in clubhouses to spread the word about mental illness and the lower the stigma around that. I have also been a spokesperson for them in events such as Share Your Story, which is where we go to the police academy and we share with the police cadets our experience of a family member with mental illness and having to interact with the police officers when we have to call them for their safety or for someone else's safety. I've worked with AZYP, which is a nonprofit in Arizona, on their Strengthening Families program. And I've spoken at clubhouses and events for them, getting people to come to their program, which is for at-risk youth, helping them communicate better with their family members and to learn to take life differently. I also have paid experience. My paid experience has been with my home church, Unity Church of El Cajon, where I've been the guest speaker when our minister has taken time off. I've also been a guest speaker for A Place of Faith, which is Reverend Linda Burdett's online ministry, and done many speeches for her. As far as my takeaway from the book, I had two tools and a quote that I'd like to share with you. The first tool was on page 26, and it is where Tracy said to write down the title of the talk and then one sentence about what you wanted to get across. Was it an objective or the purpose of the talk? And then he says to just do on the rest of the clean page, just to do a down dump is what he calls it. I've used this exercise calling a mind dump or a mind map. I think that it would be a very powerful tool for me to use because that technique works really well for me. And then I always set whatever it is aside and come back later and I can see it more clearly once I've got it all out on the paper and I can group it. I think it almost in a way the talk would write itself. And the other tool would be on the very next page, which was PREP, the PREP, which is the point of view, the reason, the example, and the point of view again. I like that tool because I feel like it kind of bookends the conversation, bookends the talk. So I feel like it would be a very useful tool as well. The third thing that I'd like to share with you from the book was a quote, and it was on page 39, where Tracy says, fully 90% of your success as a speaker will be determined by how well and thoroughly you prepare. Now, this really strikes home with me because about the well and thoroughly prepare, because many years ago, I used to work for a painter as an apprentice. He painted the inside of houses. And that was all he would talk about was if we get the prep work right, the rest of it's easy and it comes out beautifully and it looks smooth. So preparation is key. I appreciated that. That's what I have to share with you today, and I look forward to watching your videos.